Welcome back to Breaking Borderlands. In this episode, we are trying to assault the Cathedral of the Twin Gods. So right now, there's just a bit of driving, some excitement, nothing too fantastic. So you can always come back later and pick up all the collectibles and such. But for now, just go ahead and head down the road.
I'm on my way. I've never seen such power. If we don't stop Troy soon, he's gonna tear Pandora apart.
Alright, so now when you get to this point, in the back of this dump truck, there's always these two Iridian spots, even if they don't show up. Let's go ahead and grab those. No, we're just following Ava.
Yo, Vault Hunter! Tina gave me these. You do the honors.
Alright, so just wait for the doorbell to be active and go ahead and ring. Now you gotta take everybody out around here. But on Mayhem, this thing is not the best, but it can really tear up if you perk for it. Good for a splash build. And again, it's not as effective in sticky mode. But now you can see how even though I'm closer to these guys, they still want a piece of that jabber. And he can spread radiation damage, great for taking out shields. Any enemies standing next to each other take extra damage. Only downside with that weapon is the projectile speed is very, very slow. But again, you know, take it to a Grave Ward and hit some of his big crit spots for mad damage.
Everybody gets shot someday. Need some protection. You're screwed. My last breath. I'm gonna rip you apart. Give me some cover fire. Yo, Vault Hunter. Entrance is up ahead. I'll meet you.
Alright, and then as you move ahead, watch out for the ambush. There is a chest, but you gotta duck, or else you get stuck on the pipe. No good. Alright, now you gotta clear the area again. Hey, everybody, look, a jabber over there. Now, it's not perfect. If you start firing, making noise, then yeah, they will definitely try and mess your day up. Now, this is a good spot to use the Schluter artifact because two chests right next to each other right here. And then there's another one at the top of the tower we will eventually get to. And ooh, who we got? Now, if they don't come in right away, it's because there's too many enemies on the map. You need to take some guys out, and then they'll spawn. Did they not get... Oh, it's Roaster. She's up there. Fire's not gonna work. Hey, come here a second. Thank you. Alright, distraction. So what do we got? A Deadeye, not gonna use it. And an Ogre. It's more fun than it is practical. Hold on, let me demonstrate. It's a Mark 19. a belt-fed grenade launcher. And if you know what a Mark 19 is, we can be friends. It's the most marine thing I've ever seen. Grunts and crafts. What you got? I'm gonna blow them up. Now, very hard to crit with because the, it's a lob effect, but it's an automatic lob effect. So, yeah, we got kinda lucky on this. Because again, explosions, very hard to resist for most enemies. That's all trash there. All of this is eventually going to end up in the trash, just because I have so much in the bank, and eventually I'm going to show you how to farm easily and effectively. And when you come up here, there's... Oh, he's anointed this time. Hey, can you go after that guy? Thank you. But while that's happening, I'm just gonna... Jeez. Alright, now this guy, I don't know why this guy always glitches. Like, every time. But anyway, if you get to the tippy top of the tower... I said tippy top. Ups the daisy, please. There's another chest. And again, if you climb up here while there's still stuff to actively fight, or, you know, if he's glitched over there, enhanced with the Schluter. Alright, moving on again. And again, if you leave somebody alive, there's a red chest back this hallway. Let's go ahead and take all that out. And then when you come down here, red chest. But again, if someone has been left alive, go ahead and shoot them up. Because this can be a guaranteed legendary if you've got that Schluter artifact going for you. Nice taser. And it's a ×2. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the ×2 effectively shoots out 2 tasers. It would make sense if it did. And then you could stack that with our 2-Fang skill or an Infernal Wish. But there's a bunch of Iridium in this area. I keep forgetting we got the red suit on, but you see there's little yellow flakes everywhere. That's showing that you have a radiation aura. But they make explosions bigger. That's one of the benefits to having radiation damage, is if you're working with explosions. And you're standing too close, monkey. I'm trying to smack you. Is what it's doing. It's not giving me the animation because it wants to hit a jabber. Thank you. Jeez. Kaboom. Alright, now I'm just gonna speed run through all these guys spawning. Because we're just trying to get the door open. And as you run through, more will spawn if you've already killed previous. See? Now that some of them have died off. Now this fella I would take care of just because he's gonna be a pain.
No, stay alive.
Alright, and then hit this lever here, which is gonna open the door. Now make sure you duck. These blades do hurt. Alright. Ooh. Epicenter. Nice. For the damage you can do alone, and I just want to show it off. Not the best grenade when it comes to mayhem, but it does cause a lot of mayhem. You got anything good for me? Nope. Alright, so now there's a few anointed enemies that are going to be in here, but there's only one that becomes a constant afterward, like for farming, which is Rachel here. Of course you would jump down. But the epicenter, yeah, it does that, which is something you'll run into in the fight with Troy coming up. Hello. And a spark plug. Auto idle. What's the one I've got going on now? Victory rush? Ooh. That's a tough decision. It's either, well, this one's got better recharge rate and whatnot. But it's either, you're gonna have a little bit of movement speed and damage after killing an elite, or killing an enemy gives you back health. So, choice is yours. I'm gonna hold on to both of them. And honestly, you can have a terrible spark plug for our purposes needed later. Just make sure you hold on to a spark plug when you find one. It can be a green spark plug. It does not matter. But here's another anointed enemy whenever you take that pipe off. So be careful, because if you do the other pipe, you'll have other anointeds to deal with all at once. Not a suggested action. Alright, and then the other one. Really, you're just gonna shield all that? Alright. And now that that's all dealt with, and you got the iridium from them, any drops they might have had, you're gonna run around to the sides. There will be ads that spawn, but don't bother, because you're just gonna come up here, spin the pipe, and then jump back down and go to the other side.
Suits you.
You know, sometimes the psychos speak some knowledge, man. Dude was like, if you pick up their poop, are you really the master? You know, sometimes I wonder that, cleaning my cat box. Anywho, this is another good spot for iridium to spawn. But when we jump down, you're gonna see where we're supposed to head to, the Great Vault. But we're gonna back up for a second.
Now stop, Troy. Put an end to this.
I'm gonna wait before I enter the room, because we have a Zero's assassination here, and I would like to have a Gamma Burst ready, just to make things easier. But you can see there's a chance for an iridium chest. That's not a constant spawn, but there's a chance. And there's also a red chest in here. But first, I just want to have the Gamma Burst, so that I can get it right on Crush Jaw when she comes out. Did he just fall down the hole? Alright. But this is another good spot for the Schluting artifact. Just because you have to take out Crush Jaw, she has a bunch of ads, and then while it's active, you can come down guaranteed legendary while it's active. And hey, oh, one of my favorites. You can't take this guy from me. So on a critical hit, it is guaranteed to ignite an enemy. Which doesn't sound that great, but it's a Jacob's pistol. The ricochet is real. Oh, is there someone still alive? No, don't kill him, monkey. I wanna, oh, light him on fire. Now, one of the things I've never really understood why they put this here. I guess it's easier for farming Crush Jaw if that's what you're trying to do. But there's an elevator that will take you back up to where the saw blades were that I told you to duck. So I'm guessing that's what it's for, because then you can just come over here, take out Rachel, come back, hit the elevator, but you could also just drop down. So again, I'm like, it's somewhat pointless. Now, just because it's not great to illustrate on the next boss fight, I just want to show off It's a fantastic gun, for one. Yeah, look at all that damage. But, oh, come on. I'm a terrible shot. I need that crit. Well, honestly, everything's dying in one hit. So it'll probably be best to show it on Troy. But yeah, guaranteed to ignite. And again, it's a Jacob's weapon that has an elemental effect. Not elemental damage on the constant, but an elemental effect. So, not to mention it's a reference to Firefly, and if you have not seen the show of Firefly or the movie of Serenity, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. Okay, we can still be friends, but I'm gonna learn you something. No, I'm being completely serious. Look up the TV series of Firefly. And then when you're done watching that, go and break your heart by watching the movie of Serenity that's leaked to it. It's... Yeah. Oh, Joss Whedon, I'm glad you went on to do better things, but bring back Firefly. I don't care. Bring it back. Okay, so now we need to take care of the twins. Well, how about that?
You have to take out Troy. It's the only way.
Well, if you insist, I'll go ahead and take out the jerk. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Now, like I said, the epicenter grenade is what he does, so beware of it. It is dodgeable. But... oh, it's so hard to get a crit on him sometimes. There we go. But when you do... all that fire damage got wasted, though. Now, after this, he might just go straight into another immunity phase if you've done too much damage. There we go. Straight lit to fire. Yep, there we go. Now he's gonna jump back there. There's going to be a thing here in the center he's going to be charging. Take out these pillars to stop charging it. It has a chance to drop equipment when this happens, but just ignore the midgets. Sorry, tanks. That was insensitive of me. But yeah, it has a chance to drop some stuff. I've never really... I think I've gotten one legendary to drop from it once, but that was, again, once. And he'll reset to the center whenever he's up in the air like that. I don't even bother looking anymore. But it's the jumping around, the energy waves and such, those are annoying. There we go. Now, whenever he gets in this state, keep strafing him so that he'll miss with the club if he gets a chance to bring it down, but I just... we're so loaded in equipment. Now, he's very good on dropping cosmetics and stuff like that. So, go ahead and get the echo recorder. Well, okay then. Alright, talk to Lilith, have them to... oops, sorry. This janky controller that R2 is just shot. But now they're going to talk it over. Eventually you're going to just walk here into the vault because it's still a vault. Even though,
Pandora's not a planet. It's the Great Vault.
dun dun dun. Mm-hmm. All you did was poke out its eye. Excuse me.
possession of the Pandoran key for quite a while. They could have looted... Incredible! That device appears to be capable of translating Iridian language. That's something that has eluded even the top researchers in the field for decades. And yes, I do mean me. This will need further study. Return to me.
Alright, seems nothing good. But now those little plaques that are everywhere, that we couldn't read, we have a translator for them. And because we picked up the translator, they've activated. So now we come back out, speak to your siren trio.
Kinda thought being a vault hunter would involve a lot.
Very good. When you return to Sanctuary...
Alright, and then we're gonna head back to Sanctuary, head straight to her lab, and translate her lab slab.
We have to find Nekrotafayo.
And meet the vault hunter who started it all.
My potential is unleashed.
Alright, and that also, of course, gives you some cosmetics. We got ourselves a level, so more into Frenzy. And we're heading back to Sanctuary. Now, at this point, you could farm Troy a bit if you found him easy. Personally, I was completely unprepared for him the first time I played this game, but to be fair, I ended up... My first character was a Siren Elementalist, but I was playing that co-op, and the guy that I was playing with, my bro at the time, was, you know, busier than I was. So I ended up making a solo play character that was an Atlas Guns only flak heal bot. So I just went with all the heal skills to keep myself alive and took nothing but Atlas Guns when I found them. So I was completely unprepared because I had an Atlas rocket launcher, a pistol, and an assault rifle, and then an empty slot because I didn't have... That's only the three things that Atlas makes. I actually think that I had two types of pistols because one was bullets and one was explosive. But you get the idea. I was not ready.
Or my lab has seemingly reactivated itself. Go investigate, Vault Hunter. The Iridians would have left nothing to chance. Perhaps they left us a final message.
Now, if you actually want to hear what the Iridian has to say, let Tennis stop talking first, but meh. It's faster this way if you don't. So eventually you're just going to come to the bridge. We're just waiting for the invisible dialogue to finish from the Iridian now.
How you holding up? I can really take it out of you, huh?
He's dead, finally. We've got bigger problems, huh?
Crimson Raiders to the bridge.
Hey, I'm already here.
Fayo's real? I thought it was just a myth.
Okay, now while they're talking things over,
Disappeared on his expedition to the Iridian homeworld.
I'm gonna go ahead and check for anything legendary.
Rip the planet apart from the
Nope.
inside. If Typhon DeLeon knows how to save Pandora, we have to find him. Never thought I'd say this, killer, but set a course for Nekrotafayo.
Nekrotafayo. It is fun to say. Not Gehenna. I don't want to go back to Gehenna yet. Actually, I kind of do. It's one of my favorite DLCs. You telling me Borderlands did a spaghetti western? Yeah, they did. Okay. So we'll just wait for this to load. Come on. I get it. I went to the wrong spot. My bad. Alright. Nekrotafayo.
Okay, this might get weird, you guys. Hold on tight.
Yeah, alright. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. And if you get the reference, we can be friends. Alright, so. Moving on. See if we got anything good.
After all this time.
Nope.
Waiting around. Get down there, Vault Hunter. Find Typhon DeLeon.
Drop pod's all set. You be careful down there.
Alright, so to the drop pod.
Well, you did right by Maya and built that bastard patrol. But this ain't the end of the adventure of me.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. We'll pick it up here in Desolation's Edge on Nekrotafayo in the next one. But I hope you found this entertaining and informational, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.